For years, I believed in the classic American dream. Work hard, stay disciplined, and success will follow. I grew up hearing stories of self-made millionaires who outworked everyone, so I did the same. I pulled 60-hour weeks at my corporate job, chased promotions, and tried side hustles, grinding nonstop. But despite all that effort, I wasn't getting ahead. Worse, I felt drained and unfulfilled. That's when I realized something was wrong. 1. Hard work alone doesn't guarantee success. At first, I thought I just wasn't working hard enough. If I put in more hours, stayed up later, and sacrificed weekends, I'd break through, right? But no matter how hard I pushed, the results stayed the same. I watched others climb the ladder faster, land better deals, and hit success milestones while I barely made progress. Solution: I had to rethink my approach. Instead of working harder, I needed to work strategically. I started analyzing what actually moved the needle, whether in my job, my business, or personal growth. That meant focusing on high-impact activities instead of just staying busy. For example, instead of spending hours tweaking my website design, I focused on networking with industry leaders and learning high-value skills like marketing and negotiation. The results? More opportunities, less wasted effort. 2. Finding your natural strengths is key. One of my biggest breakthroughs came when I asked myself, what do I naturally do well? I had spent years trying to force myself into roles that didn't fit, trying to be a salesperson when I wasn't a natural talker, or an entrepreneur when I hated managing logistics. Then, I noticed a pattern. People always came to me for problem solving and simplification. Whether it was breaking down complex ideas or optimizing workflows, I thrived in making things more efficient and clear. Solution: I leaned into my strengths instead of fighting against them. Instead of chasing random side gigs, I doubled down on consulting and content creation, where my ability to simplify concepts gave me a competitive edge. Once I aligned my work with what I was naturally good at, things started clicking. 3. Self-discovery over blind hustle. Before I found my strengths, I spent too much time grinding in the wrong direction. I'd see someone making money in real estate and think, I should do that, only to burn out because I had zero passion for it. I was chasing success on someone else's terms. Solution: I made a self-audit list to identify where my best opportunities were. Here's what helped. Track effortless tasks. I wrote down activities where time flew by, things like writing, strategizing, and coaching. Ask for outside feedback. I asked friends and coworkers, what do you think I'm naturally good at? Their answers confirmed my strengths. Look at past successes. Every win I had in my career came from solving problems and simplifying chaos, so I focused on jobs and businesses that needed those skills. 4. Smart work over hard work. I used to believe that the hardest worker in the room wins, but then I met people who worked half as much as me and made 10 times the money. What was their secret? They leveraged their strengths and focused on high-value tasks instead of brute force effort. Solution: I studied the 80-20 rule, the idea that 80% of results come from 20% of actions. Then I applied it in my career. Instead of attending every pointless meeting, I focused on delivering measurable results that got me noticed by leadership. In my business, I stopped offering broad services and specialized in the one thing I did best: efficiency consulting. That made me stand out. In personal growth, instead of forcing habits that didn't stick, I built routines around what felt natural and sustainable, like setting time-limited work blocks instead of grinding for 12 hours straight. 5. Results matter more than effort. One of the hardest lessons I learned was that the world doesn't reward effort. It rewards impact. I used to think, if I work hard enough, someone will notice and reward me. But in reality, success isn't about who works the hardest. It's about who produces the best results. Solution: I started measuring my results, not just my effort. In my job, I shifted from I worked X hours on this to I increased efficiency by 30%. In business, I focused on what customers valued most instead of trying to do everything. In life, I learned to eliminate unnecessary struggles. If something wasn't working, I changed strategies instead of just working harder. Final takeaway: hard work matters, but only if it's applied in the right direction. Instead of burning yourself out, find what comes naturally, leverage your strengths, and focus on what brings the best results. Success isn't about being the hardest worker. It's about being the smartest player in the game.